Good day, my loves. Good day, good day, good day. I hope you are well. I am sending you peace of mind, love, and healing for your heart and your soul, y'all. So I got a little update with me and my spiritual journey. Hey, my name is Fiercely Savage, where we talk about all things healing. That includes your entire life, okay? Workplace, family life, romantic life, whatever. Right now, I am, it's not romantic life for me, not right now. But I wanted to share with you guys. So the other day, how energy works. So the other day, I made up in my mind, you know, and I take it as I was trying to force people, even though that wasn't my intent. I was trying, like, by trying to be nice and cordial and, all that stuff while people were giving me their ass to kiss, right? So the other day I made up in my mind, because I know people don't want me here and I know they don't want to help me. They've made that abundantly clear. So I made it up in my mind a few days ago that, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, hey, y'all, I'm in Texas. I am in Texas, y'all. I am in Texas. Not physically, but mentally, I am in Texas. And so that brings me to a few days ago. I was, I made it up in my mind that I was going to act as if I was back in Texas. When I went to Texas, I went by myself and I did everything myself. I had a few coworkers and stuff that helped out every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I did everything myself. And so that was the modus operandi that I decided to go with again. Just being here and in the midst of, the people that hold the title as family but don't act like it. And so I don't ask anybody to take me to the grocery store or to let me use their car. I walk. Um, I speak when spoken to, and I mind my business. But that's not even enough. So yesterday, I went for a walk to the grocery store. Y'all see the video that I recorded on the way to the grocery store. And on the way back, I met this phenomenal woman. She was pretty cool. I didn't get no bad vibes from her. We had a very good, intelligent conversation. And she also told me about a job. And so, I have not worked since 2019, and I don't want to work at a place where it's like against my spiritual growth. This job is outside. It's pretty long hours, but the pay would be good and I'd be outside, right? I'd be outside. I'd be my own boss, and that's great. And so then I was like, oh my gosh, what about my Lucky? Like, I don't want him, but I'm not worried about that because I can work around that, right? And I wouldn't have to worry about transportation or anything like that because it comes with it. And it also comes with the phone. And I'd be outside, y'all. I wouldn't be stuck in nobody's office. I'd be outside in nature with my own thoughts. And so I'm like excited. And then the fact that I talked to somebody who we had a good conversation. And even though, we may not have agreed on everything, because there's a couple of things that she said about children that I know different, but and she didn't have any children, and she was older than me, y'all. This lady was 52 years old and did not look it at all. And so we was talking about, and it just sprung up out of nowhere. Now, being on this journey, you like, your third eye open, and you trying to figure things out. Like, okay, is this a trick from the enemy? Like, that's at least how my mind went. I'm like, okay, is this a trick from the enemy? Is this a ploy? Is this a trap? And then I had to think, y'all, I don't want to go back into the Matrix, but this Matrix job is in part in the Matrix because I still got to deal and get a paycheck, but it will help me with my dreams and goals. And instead of me, because I'm like, okay, I know God can bless me, and instead of me waiting for a windfall of money first, and I don't mean that literally, but remember in the beginning of my journey, I was counting on my unemployment. That didn't work out. I was counting on when I sued the company for wrongful firing. That didn't work out. I did play the lottery. That didn't work out. So I feel like, because on the way back, normally God blessed me with a ride back. But this time I walked all the way back and my grocery bags was heavy. I had 3 gallons of water and everything. But instead of me getting a ride back, because each time I've walked, God blessed me with someone to bring me back. But this time there was no ride that came, but there was wealth. It didn't come as a ride. It came as a form of information and an invitation for a job. And so, study long, study wrong is my motto. But I did tell her that I would think about it over the weekend and let her know. And I'm like, this would be great for me. This would be great. The hours would be very long, though, and that would be the negative. And I've not left Lucky alone for longer than when I used to work in corporate America. But now he's a big boy and he goes outside, and I don't want him to be trapped in the house for as long as I'm gone, So, just thinking. But I say all that to say, I was on a natural high yesterday. Literally, it was natural. So I come in and I'm listening to, I come in from the grocery store. I lay down, to relax my body. And then I get up and I'm going to make me, because I don't buy, y'all, I used to buy French's fried onions all the time. I don't even do that no more. I make my own. And so I was in the kitchen just prepping, my favorite place to be. And I'm prepping and I'm playing New Orleans Bounce. And I'm jamming. I am jamming. Now, let me go back. So I'm sitting outside and the kids continuously lock me out on purpose and then fake like they didn't do it on purpose. But everybody watched me walk outside. Everybody know I'm outside, but they fake like they don't know. So then it happened in front of my nephew's girlfriend, because I'm sitting outside. She walks up, tries to get in. It's locked. And she goes, "They locked you out?" Which she knows, because I know she's around when they talking about me. But okay, I'll play along. And I said, "They always do." And she said, "Why they always lock you out?" And I just shook my shoulders. So she rang the doorbell. They came and unlocked it, let her in. Not even 5 minutes later, someone locks it again. But the people in the garage open up the garage. So I go through the garage and I see, their grandmother in there. And I say to their grandma, I said, "Can you tell your grandkids to stop locking the door when I go outside?" So later on that day, I'm in the kitchen and I'm jamming, I'm dancing, I'm, doing my little booty shake at the kitchen, and I'm singing like I always do. Later on that day, I get a knock on my door. "Can we talk?" So I know it's when I say something or when I am enjoying myself that we get this "can we talk." Normally I mind my business, but they want me to be not heard and not seen. And I don't give a fuck about that no more. Excuse my language, right? So when she comes in, I get a knock on my door. "Can we talk?" "Yeah, sure." "You got a moment?" "Sure." And she wants to know when I'm moving. So me, still on the natural high, I'm like, well, I got a prospect of a job. So, it'd be soon or hopefully whatever. And she had the nerve to say, "You don't feel that you should have told me?" No, I don't. Why would I tell you about a prospect of a job? And I said, "I'm doing what you do to me. You don't tell me anything. You once told me that if it didn't have anything to do with me, you don't feel the need to discuss it with me. So this didn't have anything to do with you, so I don't feel the need to discuss it with you. Now, if I got the job, then I would let you know so I could, but no, I did not. That's how you do me. So I only treat y'all the way y'all treat me now." And so I had to say it because she said, "Well, I'll let my husband know." I said, "Well, why you got to let your husband know?" "Because we're married and blah, blah, blah." And I said, I could see that being the case if, he was here before I got here. I said, "But you knew the situation with me long before your man got here. And I feel like you are choosing your man. You are choosing your man over your family." And I said, "I would never let a man come in between me and my family. Not near one of them. None of my men. that I've dated have come between me and my family. And so I went through, I said, well, the way you're currently treating me, what do you think that says to me? And she said, that I don't give a fuck. And I said, you phrased it as a question, but I need you to just answer the question. I'm telling you what you're doing, and you see how you're doing it. I said, but what does that tell you? What does that relate to me? How does that show me? And she was like, I don't know, because I love you. I said, no, 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 no. I said, she said, no, how'd it go? I don't want to put words in people's mouth. And she said that she unconditionally loves. And I said, no, you don't. I said, you love me conditionally. I said, all of y'all do. As long as I'm giving of my energy and I am doing for y'all, then it's all love. But the moment I retracted and I decided not to, and I treat y'all the way y'all treat me, now it's, I said, no, you love me based on conditions. If I'm beneficial to you, then yes, you definitely love me. I said, your actions are showing it. You're seeing what you're doing right now. And I said, I hope you don't regret your actions. That's all I said. I said, I hope at some point in time you don't regret your actions. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't say nothing. But she said something to me. And I said, why am I having to explain this to you? She was like, you don't have to. I said, yes, I do, because it feels like you're not connecting. And I looked at her, y'all, and I seen the smirk. I seen the smirk. And when I said, you don't give a fuck, she shook her head like that. And I said, I know. I said, your actions show that. This is the second time that she has said that you don't care, that your actions show you don't care. And she shook her head. And I said, I know that already. But I didn't let it move me. I think she felt like she got to me because the little smirk on her face was like, and I said, I said the same thing again. But I saw it. My happiness literally bothers people. Me being unbothered bothers people. This is a lesson in my confession. I ain't telling y'all my business just for y'all to be in my business. I'm telling you so you can see in your own life where there are similarities and where there are likeness. So if you find similarities in my story, then you need to apply it to your life. I'm still out the way. I don't bother nobody. And that's what I said to her. And I said, it's crazy. I said, they don't respect me. Why would I say anything to these children? I said, your husband had the nerve to tell me that I should be doing this and should be doing that with these children. I said, you too. She said, I didn't say it. My husband did. I said, well, you said y'all married. I said, so before he said it to me, I'm sure he said it to you. And you allowed him to say it to me instead of checking him. You should have checked him. You know what happened. I was always involved in their life. Until when? So you should have checked your husband instead of being mute. I said, but you speak for him, because every time he has something to say, you come to me. I said, but when I talk to him, I talk to him for me. And when I asked you why you speak for your husband, you said you don't. But every time you come to me. And this is nothing new. This has been her mode of operation since we were kids. And it's crazy because her kids believe that I control her mind. No, I don't. I was trying to teach her the right thing. But when people are confused in their own minds and they don't know who they are, then anybody can come along and change their mindset, change their mind, change Jedi mind trick them, MK Ultra them. And it's not for the good, because anybody who wants you to separate yourself from your family is crazy. But when I asked, why would I say anything to these children when y'all teach them to disrespect me? I'm not saying anything to nobody. And you should have checked your husband. But you're not. That is not my cross to bear. That is yours to bear. But I found it so ironic that the moment I stopped asking to use somebody's car, that I stopped asking for anything. Now it's like, and I'm dancing, I'm enjoying my love. You wanted to come in and try and bring me down. It didn't work. It did not work. All you did was fuel the fire for me to keep going. And I'm in Texas, y'all. It's a good state of mind to be in. Sometimes you got to Jedi mind trick yourself in a good way to get out of your mental state and your mental funk. And every time someone tries it, I just sat back outside. I don't even say it. The first couple of times they locked me out, y'all, I said something to them, but it continued. And then when the oldest one left, the young one was there and he did it. So I'm like, really? I said, your sister left and now you're doing it again and you saying it's an apology? One time it's a mistake. Second time it's on purpose. Third time, it's very intentional. You're trying to get a reaction out of me. And that is the lesson in the blessing, or in my confession, and the blessing, I guess, is that they do things to get an emotional rise out of you. They do things to get you out of your comfort zone. They do things to get you out of your happiness, your joy, your contentment with yourself. Why? And listen, it's because they are not happy and content and joyful within themselves. It don't matter that they can get in the car and go someplace. It don't matter that they have a job and they can go to the store and buy things. You know why? Because material things do not give you that self-satisfaction on the inside. And that's one thing I've always known, but I have learned even now in these days when you got people stepping on your neck. And I even said, this is the second time you have had the opportunity to do the right thing, to be supportive. I let you stay here. That is her. I let you live here. That is her baseline. There's no other support that she can come up with, is that I let you live here. And in my head, I'm thinking, and I let your kids live with me too, but that I'm not bringing that up. But that's okay. Because I said, you keep saying that, but that's all you do. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to go through this with you. And I say, have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. And she said, you too. There's no need for me to go through that. You know exactly what I've done for you. You know exactly what I've done for your children. But there's no support. Her support stops at the fact that I'm living in her house. That is it. And that type of mentality I cannot build with. I cannot speak with. I cannot even join my energy with. And I have always done so out of the guise of it being family. And that's what the church says to do. But the church should put in caveats and say, your birth family is not always your spiritual family. And sometimes it's time for you to get up and go and separate yourself from those that do not serve you and do not want to see you happy. This was an exact moment. If I was blind, deaf, and dumb at any other time, which you know I'm not because I made like 400 videos showing that I wasn't, this would be a clear indication. But like I told her, I will not allow your husband's uncomfortability with me being here, your children's uncomfortability with me being here, and your uncomfortability with me. And she ain't saying nothing about her husband and her children, but she definitely saying, you don't make me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, clearly I do. I said, your family, your children feed off your energy. No, they do not. Yes, they do. No, they do not. Okay. And in my head, I already see what the future is going to hold. And she doesn't realize that she is one of the ones that's holding me back by her negative thoughts and not wanting me to succeed. So I'm kind of like a little kind of irritated at myself that I told her that there was a potential for a job, because I know her mind and I know her energy, and she's been sabotaging. Not, I don't even think she does it intentionally, but I take that back. It's intentional. Everybody is awakened at this moment. Everybody. And where my empathic, oh, everybody needs to heal type person is always seeing the light. No, people are awakened to who they are. My family never wanted me to win. My family never wanted me to succeed. And you may be in that same situation, circumstance. And if you are, baby girl, baby boy, you need to get out. If you have the means to do so, go. God will order your steps and will make it happen. If there was any iota of, if God opened up a door right now to a stranger and I got a good vibe, I would be out the door, because being with a stranger is probably better than being here. But it's not time for me to go yet. Something else I need to learn, I guess. But I'm still happy and excited. Why? Because I handled it like a champ. I ain't raised my voice. I ain't get mad. I seen the smirk on her face and didn't point it out. I seen the little, you know, slight nod when I said she didn't give, you know. I seen it. Listen, that's why you have to look at people when you talk to them, because their body will betray them. Their body will tell the truth. Their words coming out their mouth, it be a whole other lie. A whole other lie. But their body will confirm. Their body will prove. And it's crazy because they don't even know it. But I did point out the head. Now I said, you just shook your head yes to what I said. So I said, but I know that already. But you keep going around saying, and when I say it, you say that's not the case, but I just said it and you shook your head yes. But if I blatantly say you don't give a fuck about me, that's not true. I love you. Like, you can't have it both ways, baby girl. Can't have it both ways. Lesson in the confession, my love. Do not stay where you're not wanted, respected, appreciated, and loved. Namaste, Ashe, Masata.